Well, anyone who's ever dreamed of digging up buried treasure may want to consider taking a trip across the pond. Data shows that the amount of treasure unearthed in the United Kingdom is at its highest level since the 1990s. Now, treasure is the legal term used in Britain for anything more than 200 years old that contains some kind of precious metal. Experts say better equipment is part of the reason for the rise in finds. People who find the buried treasure in the UK are required to report their discoveries to see if any museums want what they've dug up. And Bill, you've been kind of digging into this as well. This is kind of fascinating to you. Pretty remarkable what people are finding, isn't it?
Yeah, for some reason the notifications on my phone, maybe it knows I'm a treasure hunter or what I like to look at, keeps showing me stories around the world. In fact, I think there was one in Japan or China where they found an enormous hoard when a construction crew was digging down to build a high-rise. Right. But very often, yeah, people in the UK will be out in the farmers' fields, either tilling the soil or doing renovations on these 100-year-old, 200-300-year-old homes, and under the old foundation or in the walls, people have just shoved coins. A lot of the times they're in very good shape too. Gold coins. I'm thinking, who would leave behind thousands and thousands of dollars worth of.
How could you forget that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, unless it was the midst of war, or I guess way back in the day when the Romans were coming in, they buried them and the people didn't make it out, but the coins survived. It's an amazing window, peek back into the history of what was, and sometimes they make enormous discoveries based on who was on the coin at the time.
And what we can learn from what happened, like you said, what's on the coin, or what sort of tools, or all those kind of things that people were using 100, 200, 300 years ago. Fascinating stuff. Okay, Bill, really appreciate that.